You know that split second in a movie that sears into your brain? Tonight, we're counting down the films that became legends from a single moment. Moments so iconic they still spark debate in the comments. These scenes redefined horror forever. Stick around, because pick number 10 still starts fights. Marion Crane steps into what feels like a private sanctuary. Warm water cascading over her shoulders, the thin curtain offering a moment of relief after a long day. You almost settle in, then the rings slide aside. A silent silhouette emerges. What follows is a rapid flurry of stabs, each cut edited so sharply that your brain stitches the brutality together. Bernard Herrmann's shrieking violins don't just score the scene, they become your racing heartbeat. By killing off your protagonist mid-film, Hitchcock shatters every expectation you brought into the theater. Suddenly, no character is safe. Every moment of ease is a setup for terror. That single act transformed the bathroom into a battleground and taught filmmakers that suggestion, just the movement of a knife behind a curtain, can echo louder than on-screen gore. After Psycho, every shower you take carries a whisper of danger. A child's bedroom should be the safest place in the world. But when Reagan's head rotates 180 degrees, slowly and unnaturally, it upends that sense of comfort. The room falls silent. Her pale face and unblinking eyes become proof that something entirely inhuman has taken hold. This moment rewrites the rules of home. A bed that once meant rest becomes a stage for malevolent power. Each subsequent line of dialogue crackles with tension because you've already witnessed the impossible. You wait for faith or science to save the day, but that frozen head teaches you there are forces beyond both. After watching The Exorcist, your own bedroom might feel smaller and far less certain. It begins innocently, two teenagers laughing as they run into the dark Atlantic under a moonlit sky. The water is calm, the beach deserted. Then, unseen below the surface, something tugs. One jerk to the left, a silent struggle for a moment, and her scream cuts through the night. Spielberg's genius lies in what you never see. By withholding the shark beneath the waves, he turns every flicker of movement into petrifying possibility. John Williams's two-note motif becomes an anthem of dread that lives in your bones. From that night onward, each beach visit carries a fragment of that fear, because you now know the ocean can hide a predator designed to hunt you. The Nostromo's crew gathers for a warm meal, joking and passing dishes around. Then Kane convulses, a cough, a gasp. Before anyone can react, a small, grotesque creature bursts through his chest in a torrent of blood and bone. Shock silences the room. Ridley Scott's chest-burster scene shattered the boundary between warmth and horror. It burned the bridge behind you. There's no turning back from this inside-your-body nightmare. Even decades later, any rustle beneath your shirt or hiccup in your throat can trigger that same visceral panic. The chest-burster didn't just terrify an audience, it redefined body horror forever. Prom night feels like every teen movie you've seen. Gowns, dancing, and the promise of a perfect moment. Carrie White stands radiant under the gym lights until the bucket tips. A red waterfall cascades over her, drowning the dream in mockery. Director Brian De Palma stretches that instant into pure shock. Fabric clings, shoes slip on the slick floor, and the guilty cheers turn to horrified gasps. Then Carrie's eyes glow with telekinetic vengeance. The prank becomes a massacre. That single dump of pig's blood ingeniously turns innocence into punishment, making high school gyms and prom night legendary stages for revenge. You watch a cursed videotape, a series of eerie, disjointed images, and feel dread coil around you. At its climax, the screen goes static, and you sense water dripping where none should be. Then Samara emerges, hair obscuring her face, stepping out of your television screen as though it were a doorway. This scene weaponized every household device, It turned the comforting glow of your living room TV into a portal for something that refuses to stay buried. After The Ring, you can't help but glance at the edges of any screen, wondering if the next frame might deliver terror straight into your home. A group of friends explores an uncharted cave system. Hours of tight squeezes and echoing drips have primed you for the unknown. Then, in grainy night vision green, one friend freezes and you follow her gaze. Pale, blind creatures stand just beyond the beam of the camera, watching. This reveal isn't loud. It's a quiet confirmation of your darkest guess. The cave stops being an empty labyrinth and becomes a trap teeming with predators. You feel closed in, every echo and drip a potential warning. That moment taught horror fans that darkness itself can be the deadliest monster. Ed and Lorraine Warren set up a game of hide and clap to lure the demon. The mother, with children's giggles echoing, claps twice and waits for a return clap. It never comes. Then, just inches from her face in the pitch black, two pale hands clap once, chillingly close. This small sequence twists your instincts against you. By weaponizing sound, it preys on your desire for reassurance. You asked for a sign, and the house delivered one you'll never forget. This simple yet terrifying moment turned a children's game into a trap, proving that fear can thrive in our own senses. A true crime writer uncovers old Super 8 films. One reel shows a family yard, a lawnmower idling, then a sudden flash of violence as the blades tear through something unseen. Scott Derrickson's sequence trains your nerves to relax before ripping that comfort away. The slow build of normalcy, kids playing, birds chirping, makes that single moment of horror explode in your mind. It's a masterclass in timing, proving that one well-placed scare can define an entire film. No slasher, no monster, just fate. Two friends argue on a sidewalk. A teen storms off, utterly convinced she's done arguing. Half a beat later, a city bus barrels into the frame, changing everything in a heartbeat. That brutal, unprovoked moment reminded audiences that real horror can hide in everyday accidents. It taught us that timing, when disaster strikes, can be more terrifying than any masked killer, making every crosswalk feel precarious. There you have it, 10 single scenes that rewrote horror history with one unforgettable moment. Which one shattered your comfort zone? Drop your pick below, share the scene your friends still refuse to rewatch, and hit subscribe for more deep dives into the most iconic movie moments. After this, I'll see you there, if you dare.